This just my perception, as seen through the Bible's perspective. A recollection, a resurrection in this oppression. A dead man walking before I found my profession. A lesson learned in correction became my obsession. I used to dream about the fast cars, fancy homes, telling my mama quit that damn job. Enough bread to make a sandwich, that's a meal to me. So walk right out of hell and try to heal the street. But it's all an illusion, painted through hatred and strong delusion. How can you turn things right side up in a land of confusion and unholy fusion? From matrimony to alimony, a nation separated from its savior, curses is on me. But I'm gonna run to the beat of this drum. Case of mistaken identity and the place that I'm from. The breath of life in me, I see it clearly bright as the sun. No carnal weapons, but I'm fighting and the war just begun. Until we won. Until we won. Until we won. Until we won.
Yeah, wake them up, let your light shine on them. The Bible hit different when them Jews break it down, don't it? Send your cherry, Lord, so I can catch a ride on it. He ain't deal with any nation, just for Jacob's eyes only. Damn, let me talk my spiel. This is food for thought. This word is a full course meal. Y'all other nations really soft, like a field of daffodils. Y'all ain't ready for the king, now fetch a pail. Jack and Jill, we got them black roots shining. The heathen know who I am is. Your kingdom declining, you trying to be what I am is. That's the third heaven. Missiles locked and loaded, heading straight for the devil. But I'm gonna run to the beat of this drum. Case of mistaken identity and the place that I'm from. The breath and life in me, I see it clearly, bright as the sun. No carnal weapons, but I'm fighting and the war just begun. Until we won. Until we won. Until we won. Until we won.
Until we won, that's right. All praises to the Most High Power. Bahasham Yahshai, Hamashiach. On a late night tip. Battleaxe. Malak Torah. Argument League. One nation set apart. People say, they say, we was talking to that lady, that sister, and it was like, yeah, let's speak about wickedness. Y'all Israelites was doing this and that. You guys is killing these people and this and that. And yes. Yeah, we did it. You're right. Most High God had us kill those wicked perverts. Those wicked child molesters. Don't forget and don't get the story in error. The Most High God said, man, I'm doing all these things unto these people because they wicked as hell. Like, he said, I'm sending y'all over there so you guys can go destroy some wicked people. They over here committing all them abominations. So the people of this land committed these abominations. All right. So I had to tell the sister. Yeah, I know I didn't, you know, in the fashion of Battleaxe does it. You know, blunt. But hey, I'm tired of the lie. We're gonna clear up the smoke. I'm tired of all this erroneous statements that's being put and added on and held against the Bible, man. Come on. People are trying to hold court against the book and trying to indict the Bible for being contradictory or hypocritical. But that's how you know that when people are just regurgitating information. When you get down and you start listening to what people are saying, you can tell that they're coming up with these statements not based off of the information that they read, not based off of their actual studies of the Bible. Because if they did, they would have clearly seen that there was a reason behind the Most High God sending those people to go eradicate those people. Clearly. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying earlier. I said, man, we got a lot of people that don't realize that we are in one of the most dangerous times, because people can just profess themselves to be teachers. They can just, like the brother T Duck said, he said, I can call myself quadruple OG, 5-star general blood, man. I could do that online. Turn myself into anything. Tell y'all anything. And be standing there acting like I know what I'm talking about too. And if you dumb enough to follow my words and think that I'm actually saying something for real, then so be it. More views. That's what we're dealing with right now. We're not dealing with people that actually has your best interest in mind, so-called black man and woman. Especially when we're dealing with people of the, like, quote unquote house of consciousness. Come on, man. House of con artists. It's not house of consciousness. It's house of con artists. That's all these dudes is, man. Like sitting around there working you out of your salvation, conning you out of your deliverance, tricking you and huckstering you out of you getting that mental health that you are in so dire need of. And like I said, it's only because these people are creating avenues for people that want to be still addicted to their wicked lusts. Whether it's drugs, whether it's, sex, or whatever it is. You got some people, they just go in and they feed in their pride. But all these avenues are created for that, man. And these people are manhandling your mind. They manhandling your brain. Taking, we talked a lot about Polite. We talked a lot about Sonator, and we talked a lot about sexual assault. It's been circulated on almost every platform that you can go on that has black people running it. And, when it comes down to the bettering of black people. But nobody talks about the mind rape that is being done on everybody at a mass scale from these same individuals also. These guys have been churning out anti-righteous propaganda and trying to make a following. I said, and from time to time, I go and I'll visit, a fool's platform. I won't get on it, but from time to time, I will go and check out a fool's platform. I'll go look right at it, and I'll listen to what they're saying. And it's not information. I don't know why ain't nobody checking these people on their redundancy and their lack of actual information and substance. I'm talking about substantial information. It won't be anything of value. It'll just be professing emotions with statements that emphasizes contradictory or so-called contradictories. Like that's all that these people are doing, and they are destroying your mind. They're creating all of the things that is anti rising up blacks, anti liberating the so-called black man. These are anti-Christ. These are literal anti-Christ. These are people that is against you fixing up your home. They sit there and they say all these things, but then the Most High says, man, you'll know them by their fruits. What was they fruits? These people is part of the same old scandals as we see the so-called white men getting busted for too. Sex scandals, child perversion. Ain't that water ink like Pizzagate? Like this is like some Pizzagate stuff, man. And we all been suspicious of them. We know that they ain't right. But all of a sudden now we got people that put on a kufi or something. Where you see the dude standing there and looking like he didn't, got his little black militant liberation movement going with a photograph. And all of a sudden everybody is impressed. But if they were so pro-black, people would say, oh, okay, I don't know nothing about that book that dude holding and all that, but yeah, we shouldn't kill. Yeah, man, these dudes ain't that's nothing against what we're trying to do. Okay, we got some guys that's running around with the Bible, and they're pretty much just, giving other black folks an obligation to do right. You got to ask yourself, okay, me as a, not Battleaxe, just saying I'm one of them HOK cats or whatever. Say I'm one of them dudes, and you say, oh, okay, that's what these dudes coming to bring to the table. Let me analyze if anything's wrong with that. The answer to that is no. Ain't nothing wrong with what these dudes is doing. Nothing. These guys is actually adding to what we're trying to do. That's what somebody that's actually sincere would be going about. A sincere individual would be going about it like that. But these dudes, all these people, they're not sincere. They give a flying rat's tail about you. They don't care. I met that one of them dudes over there in real person. I met a couple of them. Sonetta was one of them. How you ever met somebody that when you walked up to them, for some reason, they got the look on their face like you should be beating them up? You be looking at them, you be like, why are you looking like I should sock you? Why are you looking like I should be whooping your ass right this second? Well, Sonetta had that on his face. And I was like, damn. Oh, okay. So these niggas, they know that they are some wicked individuals. They know that somebody should be getting off on that ass. They know it. They know that they have misled you, destroyed your mind, attacking what is right for the so-called black man. They know that. They know that they got an ass whooping coming. They should have an ass whooping coming. Some sincere Israelite should catch him slipping and beat him up. That's what they think. They look at themselves in the mirror. They go and run they live streams back and listen in on themselves and be like, yeah, man, I'm such a sucker. They're like, damn, I don't even know how I live with myself if I didn't get paid for doing this dumb shit. Cause I know that somebody out there one of these days is gonna whoop my ass for all this shit that I'm doing. Cause I know that I should be getting my ass whooped. Cause I ain't doing nothing but just hating on these niggas. So that's why how we get people saying things like, hey, we are the original inhabitants of Africa. I mean, original inhabitants of America. Black people. What? Fucking, where'd you get that bullshit information from? And did you see it? It's like a factory of just wicked lies. House of con artists. You're like, what the? They on there literally creating the madness. You sit there and you run across people and just, you know, they on a surface, it appears as if they're intelligent because they putting their words together. They kind of sound like they very, sensible. And then next thing you know, you just say the buzzword. It's always it's a buzzword. You're like Israelite. Buzzword. Next thing you know, they lose all of that stuff that they had. And then you find out exactly what's really, really going on. You're like, oh. You're like, this person right here is from the peanut factory. This person came from the doctrines of the house of con artists. Reese P says, have you heard of the Olmecs? Or Lucia, the oldest skeleton found in America? I heard of the Olmecs. I know that the Olmecs, those ain't black people. The Olmec statues aren't black. They're exactly what those people are. They're exactly what the people are that you see that's living amongst those stone structures. They look the exact same as those things. I don't know how I don't even know how our people missed it. That's how you know you're being deceived by liars. People are blatantly deceiving you, taking your mind away. Like 50 Cent said, a liar is worse than a thief. Because a thief, he's only out to steal your property. He said, but a liar, he's out to steal your reality. That's what the dudes are doing to y'all. They're stealing your reality. And they're replacing it with this it's inadequate. teachings. Inadequate. The Aztec paintings, yeah, they're not black people. Black people don't look like those paintings. We don't have big old beak noses. That's not us. Did you know that the Aztecs was still in the Stone Age? Let's deal with that. The Aztecs didn't have steel shields like the conquistadors came over with. The Aztecs didn't have any swords. These people were not technologically advanced, which is one of the primary underlining factors to determine that these people was not in contact with the people in the Eastern world, with the Eastern Hemisphere at all. And these same people say, we are this and we are that. You're like, but Egypt wasn't running around with flints. All right? Yes, that's what technology is not just weapons. Technology, it could be a lot of different things, like chariots. Like, you know that these people over here didn't have chariots. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what are we doing? And then people say, oh, we all this and we all that. And you say, you think that we don't? I'll say, yeah, we don't. We don't. Well, then,
Who they say black people look like? Like what? Native Americans? No, they don't.
huh?
Black people do not look like Native Americans.
No. Don't look
Native
like
Americans look like those people, those bush people in Australia. You know them, like them base, dark, like dirty looking. You know what I mean? People, the original people of Australia.
yeah.
That's what Native Americans look like.
At the
Them people.
yeah, and that would be like the darkest you can find. That would be like a rare incident.
Exactly. Con.
Most of them, if you look, if you can look in South America, they still have them.
Yep, they pale skins.
Yeah, they're just nothing but a bunch of Chinese people.
Con.
Like, that's what I'll be looking at. I'll be like, oh, people are still in people's realities. And God, and sad to say, God is allowing it to happen. He's giving them that spirit of delusion.
That's a fact. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, if we, like, let's just go on over today, you know what I mean? And how I just stated just straight facts. I didn't come from my own understanding or, you know what I mean, something I made up. I just stated just pure facts today when I said, hey, mixed people are black. They are descendants of black people or a black person. So if they are descendants of a black person, that means they are black.
Right.
And yeah, I'm not saying that they're not also white. They are called mixed people, but they are both black and white. If you can't see that, if you cannot see that reality, that's because you've been hit with strong delusion.
Con. Like I say, you know what I'm saying? I say on that, like, they have a choice. There's you know, the ones that is the mixed people that is black. See, I don't know where a lot of these people are from and what they do. So I don't know what kind of mixed people they're knowing. They might be knowing some mixed people that is on some straight pussy shit.
Yeah, Suave said that when he says mixed people, he's talking about white, like people that's white and black mixed. He said that's the only thing he recognized, or that he recognizes as a mixed person.
Well, if you recognize that as a mixed person, I'm like, that's cool, you know what I'm saying, as a mixed person. But when he is saying, when you get him and he says, okay, I'm over there and I'm gonna be acting like Huxtable. I'm gonna be Huxtable over here. I'm gonna be all white. I'm gonna, even though I'm mixed, I'm not gonna identify with none of that Negro stuff. I'm actually gonna be like against it so much to where I'm gonna get me a girlfriend that looks just like my white mama. I'm like, you're not black.
That's right.
You're like, you're not. And you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you do? We don't need that type of person. That
Man.
person doesn't want to have nothing to do with us. And I get it. Run as fast as you can. Run as fast as you can. But then there's other ones that is here with us. They've been here with us before people start trying to call themselves conscious. They already accepted them. They were already there. They had some of them that was more black than some blacks.
Facts.
You be like, what are you talking about? Why? How are we gonna divide now? When we're supposed to be getting together, we still got people that now is trying to divide, saying black this and black that. You like, nigga, then you better take the mixed breed dudes, because some of them dudes, if you toss them to the side, they're going to be aiding your opposition.
Yeah.
Your opposition ain't dumb enough to throw them off. They'll scoop them right on up and be like, okay, we got us one that can dunk. Like what? Like we got us one that got squabbles.
Yeah. Facts.
Shit, better not be no Guatemalan. And then you mix your bloodline with them. You mix your bloodline with a Guatemalan, they gonna keep all of that Negro. Cause they need every damn drop of it.
Man, because then, you know what I mean, they going to get hype. They'll get little squabbles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're going to get some little swag, some little flavor.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're gonna learn a dance move or two and all that now.
Yeah. They're going to be able to hit the Mexican dances like nothing.
Right. Might even, you know what I'm saying, might even be able to satisfy a woman.
Yeah, for real. Man.
I'm like, they like a dude like Swab saying stuff like that. They looking like, oh shit, one man trash is another man's treasure. Thank you. They're like, I wish they all was like that. They're like, we would keep them all.
For real.
And raise them to be straight Mexican, but this Mexican now is gonna have hands.
For real. That's what they do.
It's just like these people, they don't understand war.
Yeah.
That's what it is. This is coming from a person. And I'm not on Swab like that. I'm just saying this comes from a person with the mentality that is, I'm talking about totally void and absent of war. They have no idea. A person that will say that don't know that they're at war.
Yeah, they don't know that there's power in numbers.
Yeah, they don't know nothing about that. They don't know that
they're in numbers.
Right. They don't know that there's an enemy that's sending these seeds of the wicked, the children of the wicked, amongst your people. And be like, why are you like? There's an advantage that they can get from that, and it's not to infiltrate; it's to divide you. Yeah. If you're stupid enough, and you are hateful enough, and I'm talking about like you are lacking enough of the war mentality. Oh no, you're gonna give these people all the stuff that they need to be able to stay alive. These people are thinking about self-preservation. The white man, the Mexican, over here in the United States, they're on a self-preservation mission. We don't know about that because we're stupid Negroes. I'm not speaking about all of us. I'm talking about the ones that is actually on that BS. You're like, we don't know nothing about that because we just a bunch of stupid Negroes. All we do is sit around here trying to hate every nigga, trying to figure out what nigga we can hate and get away with it. What? Back it up. Because we just a bunch of stupid niggas. All we do is we can try to figure out what niggas we can hate and get away with it.
That's real though. He said what? Let me back it up.
But real talk. That's what we do. That's all niggas sit around doing all I'm talking about our whole lives away.
Let me see what that's that. Stop. All you people that got problem with mixed people, stop eating chicken.
That for real.
Stop eating chicken. That shit is making you prey on the weak. You see one that is quote unquote new to the flock, or that you like you said, Suave. You know what I mean, or all everybody that thinks like you, they say no, there's something new. Even though you know that chicken is still a chicken, you like, no, that chicken's something new.
Right.
And then you go attack it.
Dang. Perfect. See? That's real teaching. That's somebody that knows what the fuck is going on. When somebody says something like that, that right there will send off alarms inside of me to say, this guy right here knows what the fuck he's talking about.
Come on.
Like, I don't have to know anything about the chicken. I just learned about the chicken. Because, and the dude made a comparison to human behavior. In particular, the so-called Negro. You're like, I like that. That right there made my brain grow. You see, you're not going to get those type of things in other places. You're going to get the same redundancy of just rejection and negativity. But right there, that was some good stuff. Yeah, I'm saying it, man. I was like,
yeah, around here, One Nation Set Apart, man. They we learned about, you know what I mean, the attributes of animals and stuff like that, because there's people that's in the Bible that's considered, you know what I mean, to be certain animals. You know what I mean? So when we look at we carry that same concept forward, and we still look at that same thing today. We be like, oh, okay, so people are, you know what I mean, compared to animals. Let's look at this. You are what you eat. So if you eating, and then you look at the animals that the Most High says for us not to eat and to eat. If you look at the animals the Most High says for us not to eat, you'll see that there's a gang of stuff wrong with them animals. They be fornicators. You know what I mean? They be they be glutton. They be they're filthy creatures. You know what I mean? They attack. You know what I mean? They attack when you come on their stumpy grounds. You know what I mean? And things like that, man. You'll see the different attributes of these animals that the Most High told us not to eat. And then you look at the ones that the Most High told us that we can eat, and they're loving. They watch what they eat.
Right.
You know what I mean? They stick with one mate.
Right.
So
they
forth
follow.
and so on.
They follow after a leader like sheeps.
Con. Yeah. You know what I mean? You see when the birds are flying even in the air. You know what I mean? Say if you see a flock of birds, you know what I mean? They all gonna be following a certain bird.
Right.
They ain't all just going in, you know what I mean, in the unison in all one direction. There's one bird leading that whole pack.
Right, like a flock of pigeons.
Yep, facts.
And pigeons, lo and behold, is highly recommended in the Bible.
Con.
You know, it's impeccable. You know, this Reese Peace brother. Reese Peace is he's one of the people that's been destroyed. Sorry to say, Reese Peace. You've been destroyed. Because now you probably eat pork. I ain't trying to bear false witness on you, but I'm just saying, probably a pork eater or something.
Yeah, you know what I mean? If you ain't an Israelite, you know what I mean, or you know what I mean, or wait, let's say Muslim, because I guess Muslims don't eat pork, or you know what I mean, a Jewish person. I know you around there eating pork, man, because you ain't keeping no commandments. You ain't following No dietary laws.
Con eating bacon cheeseburgers.
Yeah,
You know, people eating bacon cheeseburgers and pork chop sandwiches.
man.
But I was saying, I'm like, no, man. You know, you get people that gets destroyed from these panels that feed on people's hate. That's all what it really is. Just a bunch of hate.
God, that's facts.
They just feeding on people's hate. They playing on people's hate. They getting channels, and the channels are they do well because they teach some type of degree of black hate, one way or another.
Con.
Black people love to hate. They can't just get along. They can't see themselves just doing that. It's hard to get them to do along. Just get along. And you see, when we kept saying like, hey man, you got to be an Israelite. You can't just accept anybody. You know, I don't give a damn that you're black. I'm like, that ain't enough. You gotta be willing to be an Israelite.
Con.
You don't. You like, I'm trying to tell y'all, you're a liability, and I'm glad that God showed that.
Yeah, there's red flags going on because I'm trying to now. I gotta guess what commandment you're trying to break,
Right.
and you're not to be trusted. I don't know what you're trying to do because you can't tell me like, hey man, I agree that our people have been held to a certain moral code, and I'm agreeing to still abide by that moral compass in those laws. If you can't say that, man, you ain't to be trusted.
Right. You can't just profess to me that you're gonna do me right. You can't even say it. Man, get on out of here.
Man.
Hell no, I don't want to live anywhere with you.
Yeah. I was just talking to this. I was asking this lady in the chat during that debate with T Duck and Taz, and I was like, hey, would you? Because she was like, she's all about, you know what I mean, blackness and, you know what I mean, all this things like that. And I'm like, and she was like, she won't mess with nobody that, you know what I mean, even messes with outside of, you know what I mean, blackness. She won't mess with nobody. And so I asked her, I said, hey, do you have somebody in your family that has is in an interracial relationship? She said, yeah, my cousin, and I don't mess with him. Said, so you don't mess with your cousin because he got another nationality as his chick? She said, yep. And he's an a-hole. But, you know what I mean, mostly because of that. And I was like, dang. See, you know what I mean? The love can go so far. You trip on your family, I guess, like, the chick ain't got nothing to do with him. And he ain't got nothing to do with your chick. But because he decided to be with the chick, you said, fuck him.
Right. That's,
I can understand that. I can understand that mind frame if we was in our land and we had rules that was against that. And he knew them. I can
right.
understand that you feeling like that at that moment, but you just sitting here in a place where we're intermingled and we're integrated in.
Right.
How can you get mad at somebody that's got a person that's a different spouse when that's what's all out here? They probably
Yeah.
grew up and he probably I didn't ask, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of people that you know what I mean. There's some black people. I can't say a lot. There's some black people that grow up in non-black communities, and when they run into people, all they running into is other nationalities but black. So now they mix with the other nationality.
That is like, it's that simple. And when they say, and you say, well, if these people are mixed and they're not considered black, how do you know that you're considered black now? Because we know that according to most of these people's understanding too, that you have some type of mixed couple in your family's lineage that actually has something to do with you. Like you might have a great granddad that was married to a white woman that had one of your great grandmothers or something. So she wasn't black? So if she wasn't black, then how are you black now?
Man,
I'm just saying. We like, cause man, like, shit. There's a lot of people that's sitting there that has that same type of thing going on. They be like, damn, one of my family members up the line, yes, is a mixed breed.
yeah,
You're like, so that'll take you out of being black.
man, yeah. You know what I mean? That's the thing, though. They don't. They draw the line of blackness. They say that the ones that experienced the transatlantic slave trade, those are the ones that is black, and they acknowledge that those people have white ancestry, but they're automatically blaming the white ancestry on raping other people. White people weren't raping women like that back in the days. Them niggas was homosexuals. They was butt breaking. They didn't want
Right.
no nigger baby either. They
Right.
didn't sit there and have sex with a black woman, and they didn't even like black women. They thought they was ugly. Why would they mess with something that they think is ugly? They don't like big butts.
Right.
Black women got big butts. They hate big butts.
Right. They
Black
don't like
women,
big
they
ones.
ain't pretty to them. They don't like the hair. They don't like the skin color. They wasn't sitting there doing no raping of the black women.
Right. And
Not
and,
in
and
the way that you or people try to, you know what I mean, express.
right. Imagine.
Right.
This is all their vain imaginations.
Con.
Because them white folks back then, especially when they first came around up around here, they took that Christian shit serious, man.
That's real.
They took that shit real serious. They were really about it. They were real Christians. These people were going to church every Sunday.
Yes, facts. That's a fact.
They prayed over their food and all that shit.
Yep.
You wasn't allowed to be sitting around there committing adultery with the slave in the backyard.
Yeah, those slaves was property. They were like chattel, animals.
Right.
See them as a sexual desire. They see them as workers.
Right. I was
Something
sitting there.
to utilize to get your work done, to get their work done that they needed to be done.
Yeah, man. It's like these people are living delusional, making it seem like just and then they make it seem like all these white dudes are just fertile.
For real.
Like these white folks and just come up in there and just bust one up in the house. Like you ain't just about to bust one up in that house. Your ass is sterile.
That's right.
You guys have such trouble making a baby that y'all got to go through counseling and practices, and they
Yeah.
got to eat certain foods and then like do it at a certain time. Like and then when they're done doing it, they got to lay in a certain position. Man, those people aren't fertile.
Facts.
It's really, really hard for a white person to just get possessed, nigga, by a white man.
Man.
A white dude will fail you if you want to have a baby by him over and over and over.
Exactly. That's why they don't be having much babies. When you see white people, you don't see white people with a gang of babies.
Nope. You don't see them with a gang of babies. You know,
There's some white people that you be seeing there's a couple of white people, and it's the ones that be like heavy on the drugs, or you know what I mean, that's in the hoods and shit like that be having babies.
Right. You know? And the white ones that be having babies in the hood usually be having mixed babies.
Exactly. Yep.
By them niggas. Because the brothers, they can get somebody, they can get something pregnant.
Yep.
It's the white man that has to plan parenthood.
Damn.
What? They got to plan parent first. Planned Parenthood. First Planned Parenthood planners was not the Negro, even though we be at that Planned Parenthood. But
Planned Parenthood was actually a good thing at first.
Right.
It was,
For
you know what I
white
mean,
folks.
to try to help white people get babies.
Yo.
Then it turned into some evil type, kill baby type shit.
Right. Because ain't nobody, and what no black folks ever going up in there.
Yeah.
Black folks ain't, they had nothing to do with I need help making a baby or teach me how to make a baby or help me figure out how we can make our baby. That's what the white folks got to live their lives with. They got to deal with that dilemma. And then you get us. We are the baby makers. So how in the hell is all of us uh descendants from so-called white people or mixed people when these white folks are they're not even adequate?
Man, jump on the pound on 100% real tour, man. You don't want to have this conversation. Don't throw out no empty threat, man. Go ahead and state your premise. This is what we're here to do. One nation set apart, man. I don't know, man. You don't want to get beat up. You might as well just stay in the chat.
No, nobody runs up and gets done up. This is, you know what I mean? Everybody knows about that. They're like, oh, yeah, that is the run up get done up hour. I don't want all that. Like, nah, man. You know how to maintain your ego. Don't damage your ego around here. Just
Man.
watch the show, because at the end of the day, all you're gonna do is end up hating us.
Yep.
Like, why? Like, niggas is run up get done uppers.
Yeah, you hate me because I tell the truth. The truth hurts. It's the ugly truth and it's the raw truth. That's what One Nation Set Apart does. We don't sit there and try to stroke nobody's ego. Not
Nah,
black people, not white people, nobody.
no, not even the mixed people. We be
Not
on their asses too.
none
Let
of
their
them.
ass know. Like,
Yeah.
we ain't the motherfucking advocates of the mixed breeders either.
No.
We just sit around here. We just gonna tell you like the truth. But we'll get on their asses too. You like, yeah, because some of the motherfuckers be coward like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Facts.
They be cowards, got no squabbles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Can't, for real, weak. Can't really, you know what I'm
Scary.
saying?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
coward,
scary.
scary. Yeah,
Yeah.
same shit.
Yeah. Weak, scary ass motherfuckers, man. Can't even fast or something. They be like that.
Motherfuckers be and they motherfucking lips is loose as a motherfucker. They'll snitch on you faster than a Negro would.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then some of them can't fight. I'm talking about they just can't do it. So it's like, no, we own them too, and we'll let you know. You're like, yeah, the motherfuckers is they could be a liability just like any other nigga.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Don't think that he's just a white person. No.
Oh yeah,
Some of
and
them
major
do some
point
black
that
shit.
One Nation Set Apart teaches. Hell no, we not cool with the intermixing relationships. We are advocates of black people messing with black people. We're telling the ones that already got mixed people, like mixed babies, make sure that baby gets with a black person. That baby don't ever mix again.
Right.
And make sure that baby don't ever mix again. And make sure that baby teaches his kids not to mix.
Right.
We need to get back black. We need to stop this process of making these light-skinned people. We need to get
Right.
the black process and stop with the mixing. Everybody stop mixing and get back black. Let's get to our land so we can control our population and control what our people is. We can
Right.
get the seed back black as long as we get away from everybody else.
Truth. That's the truth, and that's the way you do it.
Yeah, we ain't tripping on you mixed people, but we're gonna get away from it. We're gonna make sure that no more mixing is going down.
Right. We definitely letting you know that no, that was a mistake. There was a mistake made.
That's right.
Somebody made a mistake. Your parent did the wrong thing. And we're not going to sit here and act like that didn't happen. We're gonna definitely acknowledge that.
That's a fact.
But we're gonna let you know though too. Don't you keep on continuing that process because your ass is now scary, or because you can get beat up easily. Like, don't you be pulling that shit. You better go get you a sister.
Yeah,
Or,
that's why it would make sense for you to get with a black person because the black gene, we know that black is the black gene is the strong people. Black people are strong people. We're the ones with the strength. We can have a motherfucker that's skinny as shit and be strong as a motherfucker.
right.
Stronger than a motherfucker swole ass Mexican or white dude. You be like, damn, this little dude is lifting hella weights. But this big
Yeah.
ass Mexican or this big ass white dude ain't even lifting as much as him. What the hell's
Right.
up with that? I
Yeah.
don't know, man. Something's up with this black stuff, man. Black people are strong. I used to people used to Mexicans and white people when I was a kid used to tell me, like, oh man, something's up with you black guys, man. You guys are naturally just cut up, you know what I mean, with abs and stuff as kids.
Yeah. 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 And you
Niggas
and
always
I
had kids, little black kids, grow up swole with abs.
yeah, and the crazy thing about it is, it sounded like them things was coming from their parents. I used to hear that stuff all the time too, and I just be like, man, it sounds like their parents told them this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
like
because
this
their
is
parents
something
know
that they're
what's up.
complaining about. This is something that you could tell it was a complaint in their household. They ain't saying it as if they're saying it in admiration.
Right,
They're
yeah, like
saying it
man.
in complaint.
They're pissed off at that fact. They like, man, yeah, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? They feel their parents' pain because they got
Right.
to deal with the kids that's their age, these Negro kids, and these like when they tripping, say if they want to trip, they get their ass whooped. You like,
Right.
whoa, man, these Negroes are strong as shit. I thought
Con.
I was way bigger. You know what I mean? I thought I was gonna get on him. He just demolished me.
True, yo. And when I hear, I was like, where the hell does little kid learn that from? What you know about every black person?
For real.
You don't know nothing about any black. You know what I'm saying? We are
Fact.
the only black people you ever seen. Fuck you talking about?
Man, that's real.
You're
Yeah,
like,
they do learn that. That's a fact.
you
I
got
never
that
even
from
thought
me?
about that.
Yeah, man. I thought about it when I was a kid. I was like, what the fuck you know about every black person? You ain't nothing but a kid. I was like, yo, your mama and your daddy saying this shit about us. No, it's the daddy. The mama, she don't bring up us. What you gonna say? I don't like them black guys. They got muscles. You know what I'm saying? She's lying.
No, this Bessie girl, you know what I mean, you know what I mean, when I was in high school, you know what I mean, this Bessie girl, she told me, you know what I mean, she was like, nah, she was like, I don't like abs. I like people that's fat. And I was like, you don't like abs, you like people that's fat. What the I couldn't understand, I couldn't fathom how did she come up to that conclusion. I was like, wait, what? So you like want somebody that's like out of shape?
Yeah.
I didn't understand. At the end of the day, I was like, oh, okay, that's somebody weird in life. But now that I'm thinking about it, her parents made her that way. Her
Yeah.
parents taught her to like the sloppy body motherfuckers
Yep.
because that's what they're dealing with.
That's what exactly. Like this is what you're going to get. This is your offer. All you're going to get offered is this whopped out ass
Drunken.
bean bag. Yeah, this drunk bean bag looking dude. You know what I'm saying? That's all you.
They learn it. They grow to accept and love that shit, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. They get conditioned into accepting it.
Yeah.
That was like would it sound like what you just said? It sound like someone was preconditioning her.
Yes. This was high school, so that kid had a long time to be, you know what I mean, brainwashed. You know what I mean, to think this way.
Mhm.
You know what I
And,
mean,
and
or taught. You know what I mean, you taught by their parents. You know, I want to say brainwashed, taught.
right, conditioned for that
Yeah,
bullshit, like to where she can actually profess like I'm gonna do this, but she knows in the back of her mind, she knows that she's going against the grain. She knows
yeah,
like
exactly.
I'm definitely going against the grain with that. Like I like
Yeah.
fat bodied people. You're like that doesn't even sound right. I like fat bodied people. I like people with a jelly belly.
Oh shoot!
Like that
I
doesn't.
couldn't believe it.
It's like yo, all right. You're just saying that shit because you die hard Mexican,
Well,
and
yeah, that's what that was. I didn't think about it. But now that we going over the discussion right now, it hit me like, oh shit, I see why that Mexican girl said. Because I always just wonder. I never could put my mind into it until today. Until today, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay, it all makes sense now. These people are conditioned to be a certain way.
True. They be conditioning themselves.
But hey, man, more power to them. You know what I mean? Let that be established then. Let them keep mixing, staying with their people, and let us keep staying with our people. That's back to what we were saying. No more mixing. Let's
Right.
get that. We got to establish that. We got to start pushing that hard in the community too. Like,
Correct.
no, make sure you let all these teenagers, your teenager, black man and woman, make sure you let your teenage sons and daughters, and you know what I mean? No, do not mix or mess outside of your race.
Come on. It's
Because
like,
that's something that ain't been pushed in our, you know what I mean, in our community.
right. Stop getting somebody that looks like your lighter parent.
For real.
Stop hunting. Stop. First and foremost, that's gross. Stop trying to get anybody that looks like or reminds you of your mama. That's gross.
Man,
Don't get a chick and say I like the way that she looks because she looks a lot like my mom. That's gross.
yeah. And we're not talking about skin color. We're talking about facial features.
Right. Everything. Even the skin tone too, man. Like if she's white, you like I'm gonna get on that. You like don't go get you a white girl because your mama's white.
No, see, this is the thing, Battleaxe. They did that. What if you're black? You're black, and then you get, you know what I mean, your black dad, and you got black mom, and then you black. I'm gonna get somebody that looks like my black mom.
No, yeah, don't do that either. Of course.
Huh?
Don't do that. Yeah, yeah, don't do that either. That's gross.
Don't get a black mom?
No, don't get a black mom that looks like your black mom.
No, yeah, I'm not saying that looks like it. I'm saying don't get a black woman because
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
would look like your mom is a black woman.
No, definitely just get a black woman. But if your mom is like a mixed breed, I mean, not a mixed breed, I mean, but a white lady, and you're a mixed breed, don't you go get you a person that looks like your mom?
Oh yes, yes. Oh, okay, you're speaking from mixed breed. Okay, I thought you were.
Yeah, I'm just
My
speaking from the
bad.
mixed breed. I'm trying to tell them mixed breeds, like, man, y'all got to stop getting women, and and the ones that is on the opposite sex, like men and women. Stop getting them that looks like your parent.
Facts.
Your lighter complected parents. Stop doing that shit. Like because that's a disease that you got that you're passing down. Your mama or your daddy was a sellout.
It's actually, it's, you know what I mean, if we want to be, let's just be technical with it. You know what I mean, let's just be 100% honest. You're putting your people through a curse because at the end of the day, these people are, you know what I mean, ordained to be servants of the Israelites.
Right.
So if you, as a mixed person, go outside of black, that baby is going to be a servant to the Israelites.
For real.
That baby ain't going to be part of what we got going on.
That's real. And that reminded me too. He's kind of off topic, but it's still like on topic. Like that race mixing shit was never really accepted. That's why they used to have the school. They were fighting. These white folks was fighting so damn hard for against segregation. I mean against integration. These people were very, very, very vehemently promoters of segregation. These people were pissed the fuck off when they heard about black Negroes was allowed to go to their schools. They
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
couldn't, man. Those people lost their minds.
Yeah, they start doing all types of crazy stuff to black people.
Yeah,
Y'all
but all of a
jumping
sudden,
on this
though,
shit.
you fast forward a few decades, and these children of these Negroes got the audacity to say, everybody black is mixed. You're looking like, are you fucking out of your mind? These people don't, man. They hate your fucking guts.
For real.
Like literally, your guts. They hate it. They can't stand you. Don't flatter yourself. Don't sit there and make it seem like just everybody lining up to mate with y'all asses. Because
Man,
they not. They not. We got it's so bad to the point to where we got people running from us. These people are trying to be anything but just like us. You got people that's making mixed breeds more than ever.
yep, that's a fact.
And that's because they're running away from you.
Yep.
I see it. I looking right at it, man. I can hear the conversations. I grew up hearing little things. People be saying stuff about us. They'll see our behavior and point it out. They be like, "Damn, you see, that's why." You know, I heard a lot of people be like, "Man, that's why I don't be messing around with them black chicks." And they don't just walk up and say like, "I don't mess with black girls." It'll be something happen, and then they'll say like, "Oh yeah, see, that's why I don't."
Yep, that's a
Yeah.
fact.
And you be like, "Damn, man." You be like, and I be looking up like, they look bad. You be like, "You're looking really, really bad. You representing us poorly."
Yeah, man, and man, that's another thing, man. Light skinned people, man. When y'all sit there and y'all got the audacity to go to another race, you know what I mean, and uh, uh you know what I mean, mess with them. All you're doing is giving other nationalities what they want, which is black, without getting black. They got black without getting black.
Yeah.
They got the black that they wanted. They wanted the cool little kinky hair. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Looking child. They wanted the child. You know what I mean? That little bit of strength. You know what I mean? Growing up with the karate body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They wanted the child. You know what I mean? That was good. You know what I mean? At the dancing or you know what I mean? At the sports. They wanted
Right.
that. They wanted
No.
the Negro, but they
Yeah.
didn't want the Negro. So they was like, no, fuck that. You know what I mean? They like, I ain't doing all that. But then there was black people, and I mean some other nationalities that decided to do that and create the mixed people, and those mixed people go outside and create more, or no, they'll create back their race and give the gene over to that race. Like say if it was a black person that mixed with a Mexican person, and that mixed baby that's black and Mexican gets with a Mexican, that baby that's going to be had by that black and Mexican and that Mexican is going to be now Mexican, but it's going to
Yeah.
have all the good shit of the black.
Right. You're giving away all our powers.
Yeah.
You're giving away the powers, man. Because right now, man, we ain't even stable to be. We ain't stable enough to even be staying in our own homes. So a lot of people making these mixed breed babies. Like you have a mixed breed dad. I mean, you have a black dad and a Mexican mama. Guess what happens though? The black dad, he gone.
Yep.
At one point or another, this brother is gone. Now what? You just gave your black baby to the Mexicans. You gonna come back? You gonna come back X amount of years later and meet this grown version of that child that you left behind, and you're gonna be seeing it bona fidely. This is a Mexican. That's all you did. You powered up the Mexicans. You're like, I just powered the Mexicans up.
Yep.
So now when the Mexicans bust out in a fight, they know that they got them somebody that's kind of, you know what I mean, close to being a super being compared to, you know what I mean, what they about to be putting in work on. Now, I'm just being real with it. Even though he might not be able to whoop every black person, but this half black dude can whoop just about every Mexican. He can whoop just about every Mexican. Every Mexican that run up will probably end up just getting done up.
Man.
And that's what they wanted. That's what they wanted, man. We gotta stop, man. We gotta stop giving up. We gotta stop giving up our genes.
That's right.
We got to. And but the first move is not the only move. The first move, yes, don't mix at all. But the second move after that is, hey, no, y'all mixed breed, y'all gotta come back. Y'all can't be rolling it. Y'all can't leave us. Like what? Like, nah, y'all niggas, you can't just get away that easy.
Yeah, we're not gonna oppress you like yo, I mean, your other side, gonna do. We're not gonna be calling you all types of names and shit like that, you know what I mean? Outcasting you and shit like that. We ain't gonna be doing all that shit at the mother net. We're gonna treat you just the same way. But we expect you to get back with a black person.
Right. Right. Shalom. Shalom, sister Devania. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, yeah, man. Bring your ass back. Because if you go over there and pull off that bullshit and start powering up them Mexicans, that's when the problem, or you start powering up them white folks, that's when the problem happens. And if
That's right.
we got brothers that's trying to run them off into that direction, you're like, you're messing up.
Yeah,
You're actually giving them our
giving them the authority or the excuse to power up another nationality.
yeah.
You be like, oh, they're gonna be like, oh, y'all ain't fucking with me. I ain't y'all. All right, cool then. Well, they accept me. Then I'm going over there.
Right.
Now you just powered up a whole nother the whole nother nationality with blackness, with strength.
Correct.
Don't be doing that shit, man. Stop
No.
oppressing the mixed people. Let them niggas know, hey man, your dad fucked up. Yeah. Cause that's what we do. One that's set apart. We don't be sparing nobody's feelings. You know what I mean? We run into mixed people, we let them know, nah, yeah, man, you gotta make sure that you get with a black person. Because people already
Right.
gonna be tripping on you. You know what I mean? There's gonna be a lot of people, you know what I mean, that you're gonna have problems with when you come into the community. Because there's people, you know what I mean, that got this whole little only black ideology. And we trying to stop them people from being like that, but you know what I mean, we can't stop everybody. You're gonna run into it.
Right.
So to avoid that problem, you know what I mean, with your kid, make sure you get with a black person.
Yes, you must just you must correct the damage. You're not allowed to just act like these mixed breed people ain't in some type of limbo position. Like they're in the limbo. They can go and join the enemy force and turn into a superpower for them against us. Or you can just go ahead and just clean up all our mess that we have, clean it all up, including them. Like, no, bring your asses back over here. And no, your mama or your daddy, whichever one that started crossing over, them motherfuckers is a damn shame. Bring your ass right on back though. Why? Like, because I ain't about to sit around here and allow you to power up the opposition. You're not going to be powering up the opposition. Some of y'all motherfuckers got squabbles. A lot of y'all got hands, man. A lot of y'all got flows. A lot of y'all can dance just like us. I'm like, no, I'm keeping that. That's ours.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, no, that's ours already. That's been ours. We keeping that shit. We don't promote it, but we're gonna keep it.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about it is, it be just, it's even Israelites that say this stuff. And then when you see them, you're like, but you want to accept a white person? You want to accept a heathen? You'll say, no, for real, a white person will get on the panel and they'll be like, hey, protecting his whole ego and his whole thing.
For real.
I seen it.
Like, no, I'm cool with blacks,
Yeah, remember
and
Josh?
I believe in God, and I believe that, you know what I mean, we are, you know what I mean, brothers and shit like that. And then motherfuckers, niggas could be sitting there listening, and at the end of that dude's whole little spiel, they accept his ass.
Right. Called him brother.
Yeah.
What was the name? Joshua?
Yeah, brother Josh.
Come on, man. And they were protecting this dude.
Yeah.
I remember because I used to come at him. I'll get on here and I'll be like, man, what? Hey, man, something. And then people be like, oh, and sometimes I'll get kicked off or something like that. Where he'd be like, what the fuck? Why the hell these motherfuckers? Or when he start talking, everybody gets quiet. Let him just ramble on.
Man.
I remember that shit,
man.
And be the same people that talk about bump them mixed breeds. You're like, wait a minute, what the fuck? Y'all niggas is weird as hell because this ain't making no damn sense. You accept white folks.
For real.
Oh, a mixed breed dude must have knocked one of your females. That's what it has to be. A mixed breed dude knocked somebody you either had a crush on or you was with, and you have it out for him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Man. Because hey, that most likely is true. Because around all these dudes era, light skinned people was like the ones that was in the game.
Right. Truth.
I'm just being 100. You know what I mean? It was ending around my era.
Yeah. I remember I grew up, like one of the homies I was kicking it with. That's all he ever really used to talk about, honestly, is because he was real dark. So all he ever talked about is like how light even I am. He'd be like, yeah, man. People like, man, no, man, y'all niggas is some light niggas. I'm like, what? Like y'all some light niggas. I'm the real black.
Oh, another amplified dude.
Yeah. What?
Oh shoot. Yeah, man, them dudes be tripping.
Like, I'm like, man, shut your ass up. And I knew it then. I was like, man, you saying all this shit, man, because motherfuckers clown your ass for how dark you is, man.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was like,
that's
and
that
now,
reverse. That's that jujitsu.
yeah,
I'm gonna say what you
jujitsu,
said. I'm gonna reverse it on you.
yeah, reverse psychology and shit,
Yeah,
man.
that shit is crazy.
That's what this is. This is reverse psychology. This is the hate that these people have felt. Now they trying to put it back on us.
That's why I said that our people must accept all our people. That's why I'm like,
Mhm.
no, that's why we gotta accept all our people. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, even the ones that is half black and half white. We gotta accept them too, or half black and half Chinese, or half black and half Mexican, whatever the case is. They half black. Now I'm not saying we accept the ones after that. If that mixed person mixes outside of black, don't accept that is no, we ain't got shit to do with that.
No, you can't.
That
You can't.
empowered the other race. We cool off them.
Right.
We saying that we accept all our people, man, from the half breeds all the way down to the blacks.
True. Exactly, man. And we only are accepting them as in the coming into the knowledge of who we are.
That's right.
But
That's right.
just like when you see in Exodus, there wasn't nobody sitting around there talking about if you're mixed with this, he can't get in the congregation, or if he's not this, you can't enter into the congregation. It wasn't saying none of that. It doesn't say any of that stuff all the way until way later. Way later. Only time it says is this the covering of the Passover is like, yeah, a stranger can't eat of the Passover unless he's, what I'm saying, like straight out out of the household.
Yeah, because there's gonna be one time where we're gonna know who's mixed and who's not. And then and if it ever becomes a time to where we be like, no, all you people, because if we ever, I'm not saying that, you know what I mean, this is just you know what I mean, if was a fifth. You know what I mean? I know that this ain't gonna happen when we get into the kingdom of heaven. But you know what I mean, if we ever have people that ever mix outside of the race and the Most High start tripping on us, we start getting on curses upon us, we would know, like, no, hold on. Most High's tripping for a reason. Let's get all these families together. Get all the families together. And let's see what's going on. Then we'll look and we'll be like, oh shit, wait, hold on. It's been like 4 generations. That person should be black. This shouldn't be a mixed person right there. Why do you got mixed people in your family? Who mixed outside? That person and them got to get outcast from out the land. We ain't
Yeah,
supposed to be mixing. We already said that nobody's supposed to be mixing. That's been established. They broke the rules. They got to go.
right. Just like it was when the white folks had it. I be watching a lot of slave movies and a lot of stuff now, and I see things way differently now than when I used to watch them before I started actually, studying things biblically. But now I see it. I'm like, oh shit, they are doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing. I'm not saying some of the minor actions, not minor, but I'm saying, all the extracurricular activities. I'm not talking about the extracurricular activities like the buck breaking, You know, that's extracurricular. That has nothing to do with anything that anybody's supposed to do. That's some of that extra shit. Um, uh, Dissecting people without any anesthetics and anything like that. Like that type of stuff. No, I understand that that is straight extracurricular wickedness. But I'm talking about the the racism that they had. The whole thing, like if you have one drop of Negro blood in you, you a Negro. And you know what I mean? And if you know what I'm saying, I better not catch you bringing none of them Negro babies home, or you gonna be cut off forever. And you know, and people be like, today we're like, man, that's fucking racist. That's racism. And you're like, no, man, that's biblical. And the reason behind it is because that's how shit must be done. Everything must be done that way at all times. You go and look at any other country, and it already is going on just like that. And it's been like that for centuries. The Chinese people, like we'll say, like who's going to deal with Koreans? I like to use them. The Koreans, they ain't mixing. The Koreans, they don't mix.
Facts.
The Koreans ain't down with you worshiping any other gods.
Con.
Them people ain't, you know what I'm saying? They got the pretty much, they got the hang of the Bible thing down. They got that down. They really do. And the white folks, when it was over here, they did too.
Con.
They had that shit down. They were like, hell no, I ain't about to be mixing. Fuck no, I ain't about to be sitting around there living amongst these Negroes. They're like, we ain't supposed to live amongst Negroes. Negroes ain't supposed to live amongst us. They're like, let's open up the Bible and let's see how like God wants it. They say, you see this? Look at this. Not everybody lives with each other. You like the Negroes live, or in the Bible, the Israelites live in the best parts. And these other people are in the outskirts. There's actually, they're sectioned away. There's a specified location for these people. And then you look in America, and then you got people, black people, we complain, but like, man, they got us in the ghetto. When we move to their neighborhood, they move out. And you're like, yeah, man, that's how they're supposed to do that. You just don't get the picture. You don't realize what's going on. That the world is racially divided, and everybody's consciously aware of races. And you're the only buffoon running around on planet Earth trying to ignore it.
Yeah.
You're the only ones. Everybody else got that shit down. They all got it down. So when we get to our land, we're gonna have to have that same type of concept too.
That's right.
We're gonna have to be looking like, hey, this dude over here, he's mixing. Like he's mixing. Like, what do you mean? Like he's race mixing. Okay, well, this dude got to be kicked out of the. He got to be outcasted, man. Got to go. Like, you guys are that serious? Like, oh yeah, we that serious because it won't stop.
Yeah, it's already been established that we ain't supposed to be doing that. The dude ain't following the commandments. That dude got to go.
Right. Now that we can stone him, or we can have him. We can have him put the wife and them kids away.
Yeah.
Like, but at the end of the day, what we got to do is discourage that type of behavior. You can't encourage it.
Con.
But then these are all things that'll be post de facto, after the fact.
That's right.
Before we get to that point, we gotta take it in for what it's worth, which is we do got mixed people, but a lot of them people been here with us the whole time. the whole time. And I'm not talking about in the way that people be saying these Mexicans been with us the whole time, taking your spot, taking your jobs, taking your houses.
Con.
That's not being with you. That's a motherfucker straight infiltrating you, replacing you. I'm talking about that. I'm talking about the ones that, like, the people that got the gangs going. And there's a well enough notable population of light-skinned, mixed breed Crips or Bloods or whatever you're in, right there in your set too. They're there, like they've been there, and you won't dare go messing around trying to let him know that he ain't part of what y'all doing. You know that ain't. Not only that's not the truth, you about to get your ass whooped.
Yeah, fact.
Not just by his light-skinned ass either.
Nope.
Other motherfuckers are gonna be looking at you, wondering why the fuck you coming at the homie like that.
Me and Lou just had that conversation yesterday. You know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean, he was around when people was trying to say that mixed people weren't black. And, you know, he mixed. So he was like, hold on. I'm black. And you have to tell him, it's like, I'm black, nigga. I'm a gorilla. I roll with the blacks. When I go to jail, when I'm out here, he's like, he's like, yeah, I'm about my people. And it was like, I bet you won't tell me that to my face. You might tell me that online. But he said, if you see me in like real life, you wouldn't tell me that to my face. And then that's
Right.
what you're even saying that. You was like, you wouldn't tell niggas that to your face because you know that you'll get punched on. And then there's a dude that's already telling that there's people that actually, there's mixed people that already, they get down like that. You tell them they ain't black, it's going to be a problem.
That's true. You know?
You ain't with
and it goes, it's like a two-edged sword. There's some people where you look at him, even though he may be mixed. You're like, he ain't black.
Yes. Yep. That's fact.
Like, what you like, man, that's not a black dude. I don't give a damn who he's related to. Like, them ain't nigga, you like, shit. Even matter of fact, that dad right there, he ain't even black. And he's quote unquote full black. You're like, he ain't black. That's why, you know what I'm saying? Paul was making statements like that. Like, man, not everybody's Israel, man. And today we can translate that today, like, man, not everybody black, even black. You got some motherfuckers that's just they more honky tonk, bigot, racist, redneck than a white man. I know. I've seen it way more than once, multiple occasions. Like, man, this nigga right here worse than them fucking white people. Like, what the fuck is up with this dude?
Facts.
He said, Judah's Redemption said, you're just racist.
I'm coming for y'all.
What the?
In the beginning, you were mixed, and you still mixed. No, we've been saying that black people are mixed people. We already said that a little bit earlier, but we're saying what determines black. Where do you draw the line on who's mixed and who's not? That's what we're saying.
Yeah, where do you draw the line?
Because we're considered black, even though we're mixed, we're still considered black.
Right. If you say I'm 85% black, and then I'm 15% some other stuff. I'm like, so I'm black, right?
Yeah.
Like, 85%? You're like, yeah. You're like, what if I was 84? Would I still be black? Like, yeah. How about 76? Is that black?
Yep.
You're like, what? So when do I draw the line?
You draw the line at 50.
I draw the line at 50?
Yeah. That's when you get down to, or you can say 51 if you want to be, you know what I mean, if you want to say that. But I say 50 because 50 just have like a black mom and a black dad. You know what I mean? That's where you say, okay, now that's when you get into the realm of mix. Once you get to 49, that person is no longer black. 48, no longer black. 47, 46, because now it's more predominantly white.
What if this white person is 85% white and 15% black?
And then
And
the
then
person.
you, yeah, you coming through and you 50.
Oh, yo, shit.
Or say you coming through and you 80. Say so you 85, you 80% black, but she's 15% black.
Well, no, that 15%
How are you gonna be
black don't
50?
count. That 15% black don't count because she's more predominantly white.
But wouldn't her white number go lower though? So to get 50% of her whiteness that's present in her, you would only have actually 40% of
No,
white.
because you know because that black, you said that black had 20% white in it. It was or 15% white in it because it was 85% black, right?
Correct.
So therefore that 15% white went with her 85% white, and it's only just that baby is still black because if she's got 15% black and he got 85% black, so that means that evened out. So that means that baby is half black, half white.
That I mean that he's still more black.
Yeah, he's more black. Yeah, he's
But
considered black.
she doesn't have 50 points. I mean, she doesn't have 100 points to give off 50. She only has 80. So she can only give off 40 max.
20.
She can only add 40 points to the scale. That's it. 40.
Yeah,
And
that
then
baby.
she has some. Since she has 15% reserved of black to double up on your 80. So the 50-50 never even came. It's like 60-40.
60 black, 40 white.
Yes, it's 60 black, 40 white.
Oh yeah, well that's still black.
Now, you see what I'm saying? We get 50-50 is still, you know what I'm saying? 50-50 is not even, we can't even get to 50-50.
Yeah,
In all actuality, black people nor white people can't get us to 50-50. Not over here in the United States.
yeah. If you want to be, you know what I mean, technical and go down to the lineage, and you know what I mean, and how black and white people are both got mixtures in them of
Yeah.
black and white. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Yeah, you can't get to the 50-50.
We
But if
can't.
you go by the common understanding of what we already know of what today, you know what I mean, what is considered white and what's considered black, you know what I mean, which is, you know what I mean, one of these white people out here. And then black people are, you know what I mean, black people. So if you got a white person and a black person that mixed together, they just created a black and white baby. From what we understand, what black and white is, because that baby is half black, which is it got that black parents gene, and that baby's half white. That means it got that white parents genes. You know what I mean? No
Right,
matter.
yeah. Judah
So that
Redemption says, but you say you got to stop mixing with others. But Hebrew women, only 50% of them is actual considered black. No. That's under the 12 tribe chart or something. We don't fuck around with that.
yeah, for
We
real.
don't
Yeah,
we don't
no, yeah.
call.
If he's going from for real, if you're going from a 12 tribe chart perspective, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
we don't do all that 12 tribe chart. We black. You know what I mean? We know that Israelites are black.
Right.
We don't play.
He said you need words with with your own peeps. First, don't blame the mixed kids for their parents doing. Oh no, I'm gonna have to definitely at least indict the mixed kids. You got to. You got to indict them. You got to say, hey man, you guys right now, you yourself, you are an existence of your existence is a sin. Like what? You're like, yeah, oh yeah, man, you being alive is it's actually a product of your dad or mama straight selling out, being a traitor, left us, had hate for their own people, and decided, no, I'm gonna get me a white man. Like I don't care what you think you saying. I know that if you are with another nationality, you a black lady with a white man, you left us.
Yeah.
Something in the back of your mind said, I don't want to do with black. Like, I'm not saying like not every time. I don't want to speak defense. I'm pretty sure about 20% of them, that's just what it was. And it's like, I don't know, I've been with this race, I've been with that race, and this race. It just happened to be with this person, and this person worked out. Like, okay, I get that too. But there's some other people that they'll say, like, oh no, I don't date black guys. Or it'd be some dudes say, oh no, I don't mess with black girls.
Yeah, self-hate people. Yep. There's a lot of people like that.
There's a lot of them, man. Like all I do is mess with is white girls. And you're like, what the fuck? But if you look, these people be having bad experiences with black girls first.
Yeah, that's what it is.
They had a black girl in the past, and then the black girl must have just did them wrong or dogged them out or dumped them. And after that, on stack of them probably hating them own selves, they found another reason to like talking about seal the deal. I ain't messing with them. I even seen women go gay under that same pattern. It wasn't black. It was now men. There was a girl that wanted to be with me, but she was with the homeboy, and the homeboy got locked up. And now she over here trying to be with me. And I'm shutting that shit all the way down. Like, I'm like, man, you the homies. Girlfriend. You got me fucked up. This was, I was like in a little halfway house. So I was seeing this person all the time. And I was like, what the fuck? This bitch is raw. Excuse my language. But that's how I felt. I was like, man, this bitch is raw. So, but I still stayed being what I was, man. No, man, I'm cool. She was running around the house talking about niggas this and black men that. But this was all at me. To where she started saying stuff like, I'm about ready to quit men and get on women. She was saying it in a vulgar way. But that's what she was saying. And I was like, what the fuck, man? And then years go by. 10 years go by. And then I run into that same person. And I'm out there trying to get some weed. And I'm with the homie. And we're like, yeah, man. They're like, yeah, we can go over here to these short sacking ass dykes. And I was like, short sacking dykes? They're like, yeah, these dykes, they got the weed, but they be giving some small ass sacks. I was like, shit, man, we ain't got no choice now. Let's go see what's up. We go there. It was her. She was the short sacking dyke.
Damn.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. She was the short sacking dyke. I was like, wow. I was like, she literally left. She left us. And I ain't talking about black people. She left us men, though. All because of just some hate. That was that hate. Felt some kind of rejection or some type of sense of inadequacy based off of that incident. Turned it into hate and left us. And the same thing that happens with our people with the mixed thing. They go through some type of circumstance to where they compute that and translate it into, now, man, I hate that, or I hate this about them. And then they use that as a justification to just completely and totally just leave us.
No, he said, Judah Redemption said, are you not 100% of your dad and 100% of your mom? No. You're not 100% of your dad.
Fuck
And,
no, my mom is a female. I'm not 100% female. I'm not 50% female. I'm 100% male. I don't have boobs. I'm not a what's that? Is it what they call down there when they have both of them?
transvestite.
I'm not a transvestite. So no, I'm not 100% my mom. If I was 100% my mom, I would have boobs and a snatch with a
Yep.
dong. You know what I'm saying? If I was 100% my mom and dad, I would have boobs, snatch, dong, and scrotums.
Yep.
I'd just be loaded with it all.
Oreo too. We have fucking eggs.
Right.
Well, period.
Right. Be sitting around here with
All
periods.
types of shit that would be going on if niggas had 100% their mom.
So no, that's not even scientifically backed up. Science don't even back that up, and I don't even profess science. But I don't even say science don't even profess that you're 100% your mom, 100% your dad.
Man, Judah Redemption, we ain't tripping on mixed people.
Man, get your ass on, man. Hit the link because
Yeah, I think he thinks we're
obviously,
tripping. I think he thinks we're tripping on mixed people. No, we're not. We're telling you mixed people that you need to get with a black woman. If you don't get with a black woman, you are now empowering another race.
and yes, I am racist. I don't understand why all of a sudden I can't be. I want to be racist. White people have been racist for a long time, and that shit was working out fantastic. I want to do it too.
Man.
What? What is like? What? I can't do it. I'm not allowed to be racist when everybody else has been.
Yeah, I be thinking there's, you know what I mean? I try to, you know what I mean, say that, you know what I mean, people was racist because they be sounding like they agree with me. So I'll be like, oh, no, I get it. You're just racist. And, you know, people get offended when I say that. And I'll be looking at them like, I don't know what you think, but, you know what I mean, I know that I'm racist. I know that I don't mess with any other nationality. You know what I mean? And I'm just trying to mess with and try to deal with black people.
That's it.
That's it. I'm not trying to be dealing with. I'm gonna be when I go to my nation. I'm be building with my people.
Correct.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna be building up for my people. We're gonna be owning our land, and if people want to come to our land, they're gonna not be rulers of anything around there.
No, man, they not.
Nothing.
Like I'm done. I'm done with that. And people talking about like racist is this a bad thing? That's like natural. What's not natural is everybody just blurring the lines. That's not natural. What's not natural is everybody just uh just saying, hey, we're all the same because we bleed red blood. It's not fucking natural to say that. You gotta be out of your damn mind to say that. That is something that came about way after everybody has been established themselves on earth. Ruled empires, had dynasties, great kingdoms. Then you get it, bro. Then you fast forward always to the days of the stupid Negro, and we're the ones that sit around here saying that dumb shit right along with the white man after he didn't like built his whole empire contrary to that. I'm trying to tell you, man, we're real gullible people.
Yeah,
we're real gullible. We're too gullible, if you ask me. We're too gullible. Somebody can just sit around here and just feed you anything.
Man, that's what I was just about to say, man. They can be influenced by the slightest thing.
He says, "Are you not?"
A motherfucker can show what perceives to be a quote unquote magic trick, but all they're doing is science. But then you'll have a motherfucker believe that this person knows how to do some magic or some weird shit like that. Not saying that there ain't wizards out there. There is wizards. You know what I mean? Don't get it messed up.
Yeah, I'm trying to get what this guy's saying. You got to get on here and just hit the link so you can actually
Are you not bywords through being scattered and mixing with other people on your travels?
no. That's not how we became bywords. We're bywords because we look different than everybody.
Right. And like, you know what I mean? Like black people, they didn't keep mixing. Like when we mixed, you know what I mean, outside of our race, we didn't just keep mixing with other races. We didn't just keep staying mixing with that race. We got our shit together. We was like, nah, man, we got to get back to this blackness.
Right. You got to get back to the blackness. You can't sit around
Like we're doing now.
Yeah, you can't just sit around and try to go further into that direction.
Right.
That's all we saying, man. And for those that's already too far out to say, hey man, they're gone. They're gone. Not a lot of reasons why, because there ain't no incentive. There is no reason for this person to not be what he is. You gonna go tell a dude like Tiger Woods, and you need to start identifying and associating with more of your black people. He's gonna be looking at you like, what the fuck? Like, I ain't got no reason to do that. I'm Tiger Woods. I'm rich.
You mix with other blacks who ain't Hebrew, no?
No, I'm not. Fuck no, I'm not. And you can't prove that I am. You can't prove it. What I can prove though is that when a white man sees me, he sees a Negro. I can prove that. Say, what do you think about who I am? Talk about racially when you see me. You're gonna say, I think that you're a black man. Thank you. Walk off. That's it. When you get the mixed breed dudes, same thing. Oh, you're a mixed black guy.
Yep.
Like, yeah, my mom's this, or yeah, my dad was that. You're like, yeah, I can tell. You're like, but I can still tell that you over here with us. Because this is the problem, Malak. A lot of these people ain't never been to jail. I ain't seen every last one of them, but a lot of them have not. A lot of these people didn't grow up with the practice of identifying their people by like the real basic.
The dude say he's born. Oh, he's that dude born, I guess. The person that's named Born. And he said he ain't allowed on. But he said, are black Negroes Hebrew? Question mark. Go. Are black Negroes Hebrew? Yeah.
Yeah, but so are white people.
Right. You know what I mean? Come on. Ishmaelites are Hebrews.
So what was the point? It didn't go it didn't go as expected.
No, he ain't.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, a lot of people ain't never been to jail, so they never actually had to solely rely on identifying their people. They wasn't in that practice, and some people been to jails where it wasn't racially segregated. So they've been there, but they didn't have to utilize that practice. But over here in the West Coast, that practice is utilized every day. Every day. Literally every day. Every single day in California. There is some mixed breed dude walking into a cell block, and he is being ushered to his race. every day. And his race is 90% of the time he's going to the blacks. And then when you see the ones that choose the other race, it's evident. You look at them and you like, oh shit, that's a
That
half
little,
black dude over there. He chose to be with the Mexicans.
yeah, because he looks like him.
Right. He said Ishmael was never white.
Who said Ishmael was white?
Oh, no, first he said, you're putting yourselves in too small of a corner to carry out conversations like this. How? That's what I'm saying. Just hit the link. Ishmael was never white. That's the problem. Ishmael got whitewashed like the rest of Levant and Egypt. Right. He said, you have steppers always trap yourself. You got to speak, man. Because you're not elaborating on anything. It sounds like
Just saying
you're mad because
to his head.
we're just saying the truth. You probably want to stay hating mixed breeds.
No, he said he's mixed.
Then what is he talking about?
Man.
I don't know.
He thinks don't mix people.
He thinks we're tripping on mixed people?
Yeah.
Nah, we ain't tripping on mixed people, but I'll tell you this though. If you're mixed, your daddy was running from his people. If you're mixed, your mama was running from her people. I'm just gonna just tell you that. And you gotta end that. You gotta end that though. It's up to you to stop that process now. Don't you go off and get you somebody that looks like your lighter complected parent. If your mama is white, you don't go get a white girl. Don't be like your dad, in other words. Don't do that like that dude did. He messed up. You can probably see the way he walked. He probably don't even walk like a nigga anymore. Probably walk like a white man. Yeah, I said it. Probably got a white man's gait. Walk just like a white dude now. All weird. All uptight. Uptight, man. Like, don't be like him, because that dude, he hates black people. Probably got his ass whooped by a black man too. I'm just saying this stuff because these are the things that people are doing. These are humans, and these humans be on that bullshit. They always on something weird, and they be trying to justify their actions with something that happened. I don't mess with black women because they this and that. He said, so is it cool if I'm a BHI, Black Hebrew Israelite, but marry Black House of Kemet woman member? Is that mixing? Also, in one way, but you know that in the way that we're speaking, it's not mixing. You know that. But you know that you marrying a woman that is worshiping another God. That's a fact. So you got a HOK woman. That lady right there is what is called that strange woman in the Bible. That's the strange woman. He says, wow, how not? Because you guys are of the same tribe. You are ultimately of the same tribe. We can't ignore that all us black folks is related. We are the same people. But if you got somebody that's worshiping another God and willing to actually still try to stick around but worship another God, what are you doing? This person she's a problem. Welcome back on Malak. But yeah,
Shalom.
He said, what would God say mixing is? God says mixing is going after other nationalities. We already know that. So if I, as a black Hebrew Israelite, marry an Esau woman, is that cool? No, as a black Hebrew Israelite, no, it ain't cool. For you to marry an Edomite. We already know about the book of First Esdras, man. You go to First Esdras in the Apocrypha, and the Edomites was on that list of the women that was rebuked of our people marrying, taking us for wives, giving our sons and daughters unto them. You know? What it is that we gotta lift up our sisters. They stay out there. And I know that some of them is difficult, but that's because of all the stuff that we've been through though. We gotta have a little patience and have some give our people some slack. You said, so ain't Edom and Jacob have the same mama and daddy? Yeah, they had the same mama and daddy, but the Most High told you that there was two different nationalities, two manners of people in their belly. So that's the reason why they were fighting. They weren't the same. What? They weren't the same. There was, see, the people ain't realizing that there was a seed that was promised.
Khan.
There was a seed that was promised from the days of Adam, but
That's
yet
right.
there was another seed though that was guaranteed to be around too. What? Yeah, I said it. There was another seed that was guaranteed to be around. But where we get mixed up at and where the confusion comes into play is at the flood. Flood killed everybody, including what it had to include the seed of Cain. How is Cain and not Cain, my bad. The serpent. How is the serpent seed going to be able to fulfill that prophecy if the Most High flooded everything and killed everybody, but just one man's bloodline? How? How is the serpent going to bruise man's heel and he's going to crush the serpent's head when the Most High just flooded everything? There was no bruising his heel and no crushing of any head. He just killed everybody and saved just one man and his 3 kids. Think about that. Where did that serpent seed come back in? Where in the story does the serpent seed show back up? Because it's promised that the serpent seed will be there. Where did it come from? If we only ended up with Noah and his 3 sons. It came back through Esau. That was the serpent's seed. You know? He says the serpent seed is akin to Jacob. The connection in scriptures is the heel. Right. So that actually backs up. You know, that backs up what I was saying. Khan. That Esau, that was that serpent seed that was mentioned in Genesis. That's the whole reason why the details and that part of the story is even touched on. That's the whole reason why they were telling us about these twins. Notice you don't ever hear about that ever again. You don't ever hear about any other twins fighting inside the stomach. And I'm talking about in any other rest of the scripts. Does it happen in any other scenario with any other people? Even amongst the Israelites, it doesn't ever happen again. Because that was a detail in the book that you're supposed to take note of. You're supposed to keep that one in mind and connect the dots. So you go when you see what was transpiring at the time of Adam's fall in the garden, and what was said, and how the Most High God made good his word and held his end of his deal and kept his word and said, this is what's going to happen. And like, okay, how did that play out? You're like, Esau. When Esau came, that was a different nationality. That was a serpent bloodline. That was here to ultimately be destroyed by the so-called black man. That's what that's all about. This book is about black and white. He said, yo, God told you a nationality, but you ain't got your own nation. Hence, you now mixed and lost. No, I don't have to be mixed to not have my own nation. Why does everybody got to be mixed all of a sudden? Why does everything got to say like, oh, we're mixed? We're not mixed. Black people are black. They are those same people. Talking about by description, physical characteristics, as when they came off the slave ships. Same thing. He says, yes, at Afro, especially in a debate about color and genes. I don't know if Afro said anything that was actually supporting your argument. He says, can two dark-skinned parents create a darker or lighter-skinned baby? Yes. I done it. Afro he said the same thing. He's like, blacks can produce anything. He said, so do you need your own nation to claim a nationality? I'll say like by modern definition, yes. It's supposed to be associated with a nationality, a certain nation. But if you don't have a nation, that still doesn't mean that you're not a nationality. Because we still know that we do belong to some nation, whether it's in existence or not. Whether it's in existence or not. We know that we belong to one. That's the thing. A lot of people can't think straight with logic. You're like, yeah, just because you ain't got one now, that doesn't mean that we don't belong to one and that we didn't have one. We've had one and we still belong to one. When and how we're going to get there is all to be determined. He says skin pigment is largely determined by where you are in relation to the equator. And then he says Jacob and Esau have to be put under a microscope. That, thank you. You know how genes work. Some genes come through later in the generations and some quicker. Whatever. At the end of the day, that light-skinned stuff, we can't really go too far with that because we got some people that's full black and they come out looking mixed. Like I got 3 kids. They look mixed. They don't look 100% black, but they're 100% black. It is what it is. You'll be identified by your curses. You carry black characteristics, man. I'm gonna let you know this one. You're gonna run into some reality checks. A lot of people out there ain't really feeling you like that. You're part of that crew. Salute Battleaxe. Salute Malak. Love your brothers. Energy. Black power. Shalom, man. Salute to you too, man. Afro-Asiatic. He said, Judah Redemption. He says, right. I'm mixed. But everyone is shocked when I tell. He said, I think he said when I tell them, because I appear light black. Yeah. That's, you know what I'm saying? That goes with a lot of people. That's why I don't sit around and try to say mixed people ain't black people. Because you got some people, even though you may be half and half or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We kind of debunk the 50-50. But let's just still go with it just for the sake of the conversation. Because you just 50-50, you mixed. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be able to just be signed off as a white or a Mexican or whatever you mix with. A lot of these people, they be mixing shit, man. I don't know what happened. Your daddy's genes must be strong, or the mamas must have just been just super duper weak, but they still come out as black people. A lot of them. They'll have, not everybody mixed, man. Get them, you know what I'm saying, that Goldilocks look. Some of these niggas, they come out mixing, they just be having the crunchiest dugout. they fro be tight. They be tightly knitted naps. Be having just completely full lips, super broad nose, hella high cheekbones, but his skin just be a little, you know what I mean? It'd be a little pasty looking or a little creamy, a little peanut butter-ish. That's it. But you look right out, you're like, man, that's a bona fide nigga. That's the problem with this whole little theory. Like, if you mix, you're not actually considered to be part of our tribe, because that's what you're basically saying. You're saying if you're mixed, you're not in our tribe no more. Or no, if you're mixed, you can't even join this new tribe, because we're a new tribe that's building ourselves up into this tribe. But it's a new tribe. It existed before, but it ain't been here so long that now it's a new tribe again. So we've been building a new tribe. We ain't got time. We can't afford to be sitting around here trying to, you ain't black enough. Oh no, I don't know. It's like, can't do it. Got a lot of people right here. Just they're black. And yes, they're half and half. Still black. And on the same breath, some of these people is mixed. They just ain't black. They never were. They're not interested. Everybody they know is not black. Everybody they mess with is not black. They kids, they ain't black. They spouses ain't black. Only person black around them will be literally like they black daddy. But everybody else would be, he'd be sitting amongst all Mexicans or sitting amongst all whites. I seen it, man. Me and Malak, we know a dude that wanted to be an Israelite, was mixed, woke up one day and realized he's Mexican, surrounded by nothing but just Mexicans, going to work with Mexicans, got the job because he was Mexican, living with Mexicans, dating a Mexican. And it's just, at the end of the day, you're like, you're Mexican. Why? Because you chose to be a Mexican. You don't want to have nothing to do with us. A lot of people, a lot of mixed people get into this stuff, man, because of the self-preservation. A lot of people, not just mixed, it's people. People get into being an Israelite because of self-preservation moves, self-preservation purposes. It's all to preserve themselves. But when they start to find out more about it, and it's like, oh no, you got to be a part of black people. You got to join blacks. You got to go and actually go and start actually interacting with them too. You got to put yourself out there amongst the blacks. Oh no, they don't have nothing to do with that. They ain't never thought, shit, Christianity don't have you do that. Christianity is a whole lot less active. You can go to the church on Sunday, every Sunday, and you ain't gotta ever talk to a black man. People won't direct you towards any type of mentality that is closely related to tribalism. They won't teach you nothing like that. So a lot of people get it mixed up. They be like, I want to be an Israelite. That sounds right. I want to serve God. You're like, to serve God, you gotta operate with black people. Oh no, I don't want to have nothing to do with that. And then dudes leave. No, they'll just leave. I don't know if your mic is muted out or nothing, but he said Japhet has to be placed under a microscope, as well as him taking the tints of original Shem. I don't know what people mean by that. What do people mean by Japhet dwells in the tents of Shem? I don't really get it. I know about when the prophecy was that let Japhet so let Japhet increase that he may dwell in the tents of Shem or something like that. I know about that, but I don't know about Japhet just sitting around here. Like Japhet is the one that is living where we're supposed to live. Because first and foremost, those Ashkenazi people that's supposed to be Japhet, they're not even living in the right spot, if you ask me. And it's kind of hard for me to see that those people are Japhet too. I see them people as just Edomites myself. I dealt with them. You go to Hollywood and you be sitting right there with them Jewish folks. Motherfuckers is white. I mean, them people Caucasians. Just like Malcolm X said, he's like, them Jews, they ain't the real Jews. They ain't nothing but just another stock of them same Caucasoid people that crawled out of the caves of Europe. I was like, man, that's real. I was like, hey, those people ain't shit. Man, they wish they was Japhet. They wish they were Khazarians. Them people ain't nothing but just a bunch of Edomites. Like, get your Edomite red-faced ass right on up out of here too. Like, you will be destroyed right along with them. Like, because always keep in mind that it's prophesied that Shem and Japhet is supposed to rule over the Canaanites. Shem and Japhet is supposed to rule over the Canaanites. So if that's supposed to be happening, and we say that these Ashkenazi people, quote unquote Ashkenazi people, is Japhet, then that means that we have plans on having these people in our kingdom with us, not under us, but alongside us. Fuck that. I don't buy that either. I'm like, I'm gonna play it safe in the call. I'm gonna call it like I see it. Like the first came out red. Where's the red folks at? You're like, Oh, he's red, and he's red. You're like, yeah, those are red people. Get on out of here. They got the bounce. Why are you like, nigga, that's the Edomites. The Edomites are red folks. You're like, well, Japheth mixed with the Edomites. Well, fuck it then. Then all of them got to go. I'm not about to be sitting around here trying to decipher who's Japheth and not. How am I supposed to do that? Literally. Ain't no way of pulling that off. Like, okay, we got the Khazars. What about everybody else? Because everybody else don't look like nothing but just a bunch of Edomites to me. I ain't got time for it. No, that's just how I see it, man. Like he said they all gotta go. He says facts. They are all false. The kings of present Arabia are the brothers of Ashkenaz. You see? That's what I'm like. I'm like, nah, man. The Afro-Asiatic, man, he be on point. That's why I'm like, I don't know. I'm not about to be buying that either. I'm just gonna go ahead and just say those are Edomites. Like, why? Like, shit, fuck it. They're red anyways. We can always just play it safe. Those are all the Edomites. That's what I like to do anyways. I like to take the safest approach at this whole thing. That's how I like to do it. Like when it comes down to people wearing like the 6-pointed stars, I'm like, no, let's just try to like, I'm gonna just take the safe route. Like, what's that? Like, I ain't gonna rock nothing. He said, oh, yo, she said, I wish I could jump in, but I'm about to start work. Nice discussion, brothers. Shalom, man. Yeah, it'd been cool if you would have dropped in, but I get it. Yeah, it's about to be work hours. Yeah, this is coming around the time to where I usually would be getting off. So, yeah, 3:30 is as long as I can go. Guess I'm gonna shut it down. Kal halal ha'abah, man. All praises to the Most High Power, man. We're gonna call it a night. We got Malak. He over here. He's snoring. Wake up, Malak. Wake up. Dude on the job. Malak is crazy, man. But all right, y'all, man. Shalom, man. Maranatha, man. Thanks for tuning in. Late night tip, getting it all out. Ended up drinking some coffee, like at 11 o'clock, thinking that I was going to be going to work. Found out that today was my day off, and then I was like, damn. Now I'm all zooted. But I got it all out. All praise to the Most High. Kal halal ha'abah. Don't forget to subscribe to One Nation Set Apart. Go check it out. We got a lot of good content over there. We throw a lot of live streams over there. I'm not able to do a lot of things on this one and on these two platforms like I was doing. That's why there's an absence and a gap from my attendance over here at the Argument League. It's not because I'm trying to avoid my brothers over here. Honestly, it's because I thought I paid my bill. But I didn't. Didn't even pay it. And then I found out way later on the Shabbat. So I still couldn't pay it. Then I've been back at work. Still didn't pay it. Heard you guys on here online. Started a live stream and I still didn't pay it. And that's just what it comes down to, man. And I'll probably pay it tomorrow. Seeing that it has been inhibiting my live streaming capabilities. So until then, y'all, shalom.